Now to make this card, what I've done here, I've chosen this card. Now this is a C6 card here, just an ordinary one. I've got a nice luster design on that. And what I've done, I've cut a piece of paper, so whichever card you do this technique with, just cut a piece of paper that's just a little bit smaller than the actual card itself. Now what I'm going to do, I've put some white paper down here because I'm going to work on this, and I've taken the piece of paper and I've taken some small ink pads and I'm just going to do a little bit of background on this. Now the way I do this is to actually put that down on some white paper and then starting off the paper, just drag it lightly across the page like that. Then take your next colour, I've got blue one here, and again just lightly drag it across the page. And finally the last colour. Now I've stuck one of the daisy designs to the acrylic block, self-cling, don't forget, and I've just put some red ink on there. Well, the same ink that I used on the background, it's kind of a burgundy colour. And then just stamp your daisy, and I'm going to stamp it twice, so I've got one bolder than the second one, like that. And just put on as many as you want. Then I have the smaller daisy. And then the smaller daisy still. And finally the very small daisy. Then you can also add clear embossing powder to the daisies as well if you wish. And this is a nice glittery one. Next, with a cutting mat and a ruler, cut your background sheet into strips. Now I've got the squares here on my background, on my cutting mat, and I'm just going to cut these into strips. Now you can make every strip the same, or you can vary the thickness if you want, but what's important is that you keep the strips in the same order as you cut them. So as I move them to one side, I can go down and cut the next one. Down and cut the next one. Now what you have to do is take your first strip, and I've just got to turn it over there, and I'm just using my glue pen and just putting some glue down the back of the strip like that. And then starting at the top of the card, leave a little gap and stick down your first one. Make sure it's going the right way round. Stick down your first strip, and that will be followed by the second strip. And when you stick your second strip down, just make sure you leave a little gap in between and make sure they all line up perfectly, because at this stage you need to get it really accurate, otherwise it looks like a dog's hind leg. And there's the second strip there, and you can see the line in between. Now I'm just sticking the last strip on. Now what I'm going to do, I've taken a ribbon in a kind of a pale browny colour to match the colours that are on here, and I've just put some double-sided tape on the back, and I'll just peel that off like so, and then just stick this down. Now I find it's easier if you make a piece that's larger than you need, and then stick it down exactly where you want it, down the spine of the card, and then trim the edges of the ribbon off second. Finally, what I've done here is just taken a square, cut out an aperture in the middle, put some red card on the back, some burgundy card to match the colours here, and then just a little peel off with Mum on. Did exactly the same, and I've got some pads on the back, and I'm just going to stick that down onto the card like that. And that's the original card that was sent to us by Margaret Burridge from Plymouth, who inspired us into making that card. Thank you, Margaret.